Welcome to 1700's Home Edition. We're here to take a closer look at Australian music, brought to you from the comfort of our own homes. I'm your host, Lachlan.
And I'm your host, Gabby. You may not know our faces, but you might recognize our voices. That's because we're new additions to the talented team of 1700 hosts, and we're so excited to be here.
If you remember, we've been in your ears through SYN radio flagships, Get Serial, New and Approved, and In Joke.
Don't forget the Happy Demic.
Yes, thank you, Gabby. The Happy Demic, the podcast that brought you nothing but good news. Now, let's get back to business, shall we?
We shall. Before we continue, SYN and RMA TV acknowledges and pays respect to the owners of the land on which the media collective and studio stand, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations. SYN and RMA TV also acknowledges and pays respect to the elders and traditional owners of the lands our content reaches. Now, first of all, Lachlan and I will start with the latest news in the local music industry, as well as our clip of the week.
And we'll also host a cheeky game of Guess the Song for you to play along. So get your music knowledge ready and stay tuned. Chances are you may also find new additions to your playlists here.
Friendly reminder that we welcome feedback about all our online content, which we're creating remotely. And if you're keen for more 1700 content and more Australian music, check out our Instagram page at 1700_TV and our YouTube page on 1700 TV. Are we forgetting anything else, Lachlan?
I don't think so. Let's get into the show.
It's time for 1700 News with your anchors, Lachlan and Gabby. First off, live music is finally coming back. Perth's RAC Arena has announced a series of local acts booked for its new program, The Stage. The arena hasn't hosted live music since February, but this new series of gigs will kickstart on August 6th with an open mic night. San Cisco Scarlett Stevens will perform a set as DJ Beryl Streep, and Dan Riches from the Struggling Kings, Tom Fisher, and the Layabouts will also play later that month. Current Stage 4 restrictions in West Australia permit venues to run at a 50% capacity, but it's unclear whether RAC Arena will be running the event at this limit or reduce the capacity.
US pop songwriter and one-man boy band Love, who Gabby is a huge fan of, has rescheduled his 2020 tour, you'll be happy to know. Originally scheduled for September this year, it's been pushed back to September 2021. In his biggest show yet, Love will kick off the tour Over the Ditch in Auckland on the 1st of September and continue up through Melbourne on the 3rd, Sydney on the 6th, and Brizzy on the 9th, with special guest Jeremy Zucker to support all of the dates.
And APRA, AMCOS, and the Australian Music Centre announced that this year's Australian Art Music Awards are going online on September 8th. The awards celebrate achievements in contemporary classical, jazz, and improvised and experimental music and sound art. Performances by the nominees will be socially distanced, like we are right now, and finalists from each category will be announced on August 11th.
That was 1700 News with Lachlan and Gabby. On to the rest of the show.
You're watching 1700 Home Edition with Lachlan and Gabby.
And it's time for Clip of the Week. And this week we have Sycco with Dribble. The term rising star is thrown around a lot, but in this case, Brisbane's Sycco, it's absolutely true. This song is a hybrid of psychedelia, neo-soul, indie rock, and pop. And Sycco herself said this track was written in 4 hours.
That's amazing. And this is apparently Sycco's first single and her first release since she received the Triple J Level Up grant. She was the face of Spotify's New Music Friday playlist and was also Apple Music's New Artist of the Week. So Sycco was definitely one to look out for. So, stream Dribble. Stream her new song on all your streaming platforms.
Absolutely stream it. It is such a tune, and she's making quite a few ripples in the water, so to say. And now it's time for our first ever Guess the Song game. We'll be playing 5 songs from local artists, and you, yes, you, will be doing the guessing.
This is so exciting, you guys. We'll be dropping some cheeky hints along the way, so get your pen, your paper, and your Aussie music knowledge ready.
We hope you are as pumped as we are for this. Let's get ready for the first song.
Two trains and a bus to get home, sleeping on each other's shoulders.
Okay, so the first song is by an alternative rock band from Sydney, and since their formation, they have released 2 EPs and 1 album.
This song is from their album New Songs for Old Problems. And here's a bit of a hint. The opposite word to fake is in the title of this song. Let's move on.
Quite a big hint there.
On, baby, till it kills me, kills me, kills me, kills me.
All right, this is a song from yet another Australian singer-songwriter from Sydney. And it's hard to sort of narrow her genre down to one, which is perhaps not very helpful, but I'd say she's known for quite a few genres.
And this is from her second studio album, which is released last year. So if you know your release dates, that could be a helpful hint, I hope.
Definitely.
Right. So let's move on to the next song. So this song is by a Zambian-born Australian singer-songwriter who is known for R&B and hip-hop genres.
Yeah, what a tune this is. This is from their debut studio album, The Return, which was released in September of last year. And I'd say this is the most popular song from that album, actually. So again, pretty obvious, this one, I think, but yeah, it's a great one. Let's move on. Another great band. I've seen these guys live, and they were fantastic. They are a pop rock duo from Sydney, and they're all brothers, actually. They formed in 2009 and released their debut album in 2017.
This is actually the band that introduced me to Australian music. So we picked the songs. It's so obvious that this song is actually my pick. Anyways, it's a song about selfishness and losing one's way, and it was released this early July off the band's album named 14 Songs to a Better You. So if you guys are fans of this band, that's a pretty obvious hint.
Yeah, and if you know the title of this song, I think it's pretty fitting for the current world we live in, if you ask me.
So it's time for our last song. Here it is.
I don't want to relegate you back to that same old place at the back of my mind.
Is by a Melbourne-based artist who is part of a garage pop band named Pating, and this is her solo debut song. She's making her official debut in August, and she recently released the title track of her debut album.
The song name is actually, it's named after an Australian state capital, and a hint, it's not Melbourne. It is about a Christmas tradition that takes place in that state capital.
And if you guys are a regular reader of Sunday Sweets reviews, you might see a review of that song by yours truly. That's all the songs we have for you. And the answers are, dun, 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 dun. First up, we have Middle Kids with Real Thing, and Red Mac with Hope Comes second. And third, we have Sampa the Great with Final Form. And fourth, we have Lime Cordial with No Plans to Make Plans. And last, but definitely not the least, that's Elsie Lange with Adelaide.
We hope you had fun playing, and congratulations for completing 1700's first ever Guess the Song game. Keep a lookout for more fun activities and games in the next episodes, because this certainly is not the last.
Welcome back to 1700 Home with Lachlan and Gaby. Coming up next, we have an exclusive sneak peek to an upcoming 1700 interview. This time, we've got our host Victoria speaking to JK47. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get right into it, shall we?
1700 Home. My name is Victoria, and today we have a super exciting interview for you. The artist that will be joining me today is a hip-hop MC from New South Wales that has been rapping since the early age of 14. If that isn't impressive enough, he's also worked with Nerve and Chillin' It. He's a name to remember in the Aussie hip-hop scene because he's doing amazing things. It is my pleasure to introduce JK47. How are you today?
What up? Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, we do good.
That's very good. Well, I've seen you've released 2 singles this year despite everything that's been going on in the world. Can you explain how this year has been for you as an artist?
Well, it's been like good. Apart from like the music stuff, I got married and had a baby about mid-June. So he's doing good. He's 6 weeks, and yeah, just looking forward to sharing my music with you. Got an album coming out, so that'll be up soon. But yeah, just doing the dad thing, working, being a husband and that. Yeah.
Wow, so this year's been amazing for you, both personally and professionally.
You've been watching 1700 Home Edition with Lachlan and Gaby.
We'd like to extend a huge thank you to you all for tuning in and getting your weekly dose of Australian music, and for your endless support towards this vibrant and thriving local music scene.
We're always excited to bring you new content, the latest updates about the music industry, and also share our love for the local music scene and the talented people that are a part of it throughout the show.
Are you still craving for more 1700 content? We hope you are. This may be the end of today's 1700 Home episode, but you won't see the last of us. You can find other 1700 Home episodes and some 1700 Squad content on 1700_TV on Instagram and 1700 TV on YouTube.
Also, don't forget to send us some feedback our way. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back with more 1700 Home episodes sooner than you think. We've been your hosts, Lachlan
and Gaby. See you next week.